That's a challenging thing to go through. I didn't want to be distracted.
Will he be ready in time for training camp? Will he be ready in time for the regular season?
It's frustrating right now, more so just not feeling like myself.
He's human, just like all these professional athletes, and they're going to face ups and downs.
I tried to get Joe to take time off. He wouldn't take it.
I wanted to go through it on my own.
I'll tell you, pull shot. You can't define it, but you know it when you see it. And Joe Burrow has it.
Caught by C.J. Uzomah. The Bengals beat the all-out blitz.
10-0 me.
I knew he was primed for something like this with just the way that he worked during that rehab process.
Oh, no. Burrow, oh boy, clutching his left leg.
The biggest nightmare for Bengals fans this season was an injury to rookie quarterback Joe Burrow.
Well, I knew I just had a pretty devastating knee injury. Oh, man, it was tough. I came in and started getting treatment right away. Had a good support system around me to help me through those first few days after the injury.
We jumped in the car right away to be at his home when he arrived because we wanted to be there for him. Just having family support during that rehab, especially the early part of it, was a big thing for Joe.
Well, they helped me go to the bathroom, put on my clothes. It was pretty tough when you can't bend or move your knee and every movement hurts. I think I learned that I have a great support system around me to help me get through moments like that in my life. I'm a private person. That's a challenging thing to go through. I didn't want to have a bunch of videos out about it. I was going to be answering enough questions about it during training camp.
He doesn't really want everyone to see if he is going through something minor or major. He typically keeps it to himself.
Pretty much when we were here rehabbing, it was one-on-one. He was by himself most of the time, and I think that's something that he wanted.
I didn't want to be distracted and all that kind of stuff going through the rehab. I really wanted to focus on the challenge at hand.
He surely won't be involved in off-season workouts. Will he be ready in time for training camp? Will he be ready in time for the regular season?
I saw every day, right? There were certain days where, Nick would be like, yeah, you can kind of take it easy for the day, like whatever. And Joe's just like, no, I'm here. We might as well just go. We might as well just go for it.
Some of that stuff hurt, some of the strengthening exercises that we were doing, and some of the movements that we were trying to do, some of that stuff is not, it's not comfortable. But, the guy battled through all of it, he if he struggled with it one day, the next time he came back and did it, he didn't have a problem.
That's something I've tried to do my whole sporting career. If you're not doing the right stuff every single day, putting yourself in position to succeed, how do you expect somebody to listen to you when you ask something of them?
Joe, put in that little bit of extra effort, because his ultimate goal is to be back for the start of training camp.
The first week of Bengals training camp is in the books.
Joe did not look good on Friday. Knee looked like he was bugging him. He wasn't very accurate. Hey, 3 days in, your knee's gonna bug you a little bit.
It's frustrating right now, more so just not feeling like myself.
I was really figuring out, for me personally, what I could do with my repaired knee, and I wasn't quite the same person I was before the injury yet.
He's human, just like all these professional athletes, and they're going to face ups and downs, and despite their confidence in themselves and their work ethic, there's going to be moments where it's frustrating for them.
I know I've put the work in to make my knee feel good, make my body ready for the season. It's just now trusting my abilities, trusting my work, trusting everything.
That's just all part of the progression. Joe came back sooner than some from the standpoint of being involved in the football part of things.
All right, I'll start taking it off for everybody, for you, and then
I'm cool.
I can start taking it off.
I think some people forget this man had surgery last year, and it was a big surgery. There's no other way to put it other than he is tough as hell. He's a monster. He's a monster.
Yeah, back to my old self. Feel great. Super comfortable back there. We're getting it rolling. Still got a ways to go before the first game. Still got to get better every day, but happy with where I'm at.
Good ball over there, buddy.
Thanks, pal. Joe and some others on offense will play a very limited number of snaps.
You know, this was the plan the whole time. We just didn't want to tell you guys.
At quarterback for Cincinnati, number 9, Joe Burrow.
280 days after his gruesome knee injury, Joe Burrow returns to the field.
You know, I've always been kind of a fast healer, so I knew I was going to be ready for the season. I knew it was going to be a lot of work, but that's what I do. I work hard.
Joe Burrow back for the first time since that injury in November, that left knee after surgery.
He's going to fire it long for Jamar Chase. Yeah! Over the shoulder catch at the 15. Woo! He runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
As the season's gone on and you've seen the plays he's made and the way he moves around, you can tell that he's back to being the Joe Burrow that we drafted.
I'll tell you, whole shot.
I was, figuring out how to win games as a quarterback in the pocket, not being able to make people miss all the time. When we played Pittsburgh for the first time, I finally made a free runner miss in the pocket, and that was the first time I had done that all year, and so that was exciting for me. It hurt a little bit, but I was still able to do it.
Wow, if anybody has any questions about Joe Burrow's knee, they should all be dispelled after that play.
You could just feel that as the season continued to go on, that he was getting back to full speed, and he's certainly led us to some great things because of that.
Burrow firing for Chase, guns it into the end zone, into a thicket, where it's caught for the touchdown! Joe with time, throws for Chase, got it!
No, I knew exactly what I needed to know about myself. I knew I was going to be able to get through it. It's been a great experience for me personally, socially, and in my personal life.
The way that he's playing right now, the level that he's playing at is, it's ridiculous.
Hey, Joe, we need another one. Lead us.
I knew he was primed for something like this with just the way that he worked during that rehab process.
Just the way he plays and moves, it's hard not to like what you see.
There it is to the end zone, and he comes down with it. Outrageous.
It is no fluke. It is a fact.
We're not done yet. We can beat anybody in the league.
The Cincinnati Bengals are headed to Super Bowl 56.
We're going to go out there and prove it.